There was a man named Zeng Shiqiang, a teacher of classics, and a very chatty friend to the I Ching, the Book of Changes. He talked about years, stars, and what people might do if the sky sent a message, and some of his talks later popped up on the internet like popcorn, quick and loud. One of his previous ideas floating around said that 2024 was a lie year, and that one of the lines in the lie hexagram says, "Yellow lie, great luck for the upright heart." That sounds fancy, but it really means this: keep your heart aiming up, be kind, and you get good fortune. People liked that one because it is simple, and who does not want good fortune? Zeng also said, or at least his teachings were read that way, that people with calm manners and gentle hearts do better in hot and stormy years, while moody or angry people bump into trouble like clumsy elephants. Then there's the bit that made everyone gasp, and then sit up and rewind old videos. The story about a prediction of a big disease that would spread fast. In a speech years earlier, Zeng warned that a stage might come when a plague could travel quick, and that at the time, nobody had a silver bullet to fix it. When a pandemic arrived in 2019, many people pointed back to his words, and some said, wow, he saw it coming. But before we crown him a wizard, let us be sensible and ask, how do such predictions work? Zeng taught from a long tradition, and he learned from a teacher with a long name. And that teacher learned from another tradition that stretches back a very long time. Ancient systems link changes in the sky, the earth, and human hearts together. And people who study those systems look for patterns, like farmers who read the weather in the color of the clouds. People also told stories that add sparkle, like claims that a teacher was a rebirth of a famous sage, or that old rhymes from long ago predicted modern things perfectly. Stories like that are delicious to share, because they make history feel like a treasure hunt, but they also ask us to be curious and careful at the same time. Zeng had another big idea. He said technology would bring 5 big troubles in the next 30 years. Things like lack of water, lack of soil, lack of food, lack of people, and a deeper lack of virtue. That last one sounds strange, but he meant that if our values drift away from nature, many other problems follow like a sad parade. Look around and you can see pieces of that parade. With old populations, dry rivers, and food worries in some places, and people wonder if the warning was sound or just clever timing. Then there is the long view, a story about cycles, 9 stars, and years stacking up like tiles on a roof. Zeng suggested that every few hundred years a nation might shine again. And he said that 2044 could be a bright year for China. And that further ahead, a world of harmony might arrive in 2069. Those are big claims, and they sound a bit like maps that point to a sunrise you cannot be sure of yet. Now, a good reporter asks, how should you live with these ideas, whether you believe them or not? First, keep a calm mind, be gentle to people, and try to be useful, because that is advice that works in everyday life, prophecy or no prophecy. Second, do not let fear be your steering wheel. Use your head and use science when it helps, while also keeping an eye on moral compass and human kindness. Third, treat grand claims like spicy food. Enjoy them, but do not swallow them whole without checking the ingredients. Is the sky telling us warnings with strange signs? Or are those signs the stories we tell to make sense of scary things? Maybe both can be true. And maybe the important part is this simple choice. Do we grow kinder when the wind changes? Or do we grow meaner and point fingers?